Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Deesee Draws, not speed painting. It's Draw with me, Deesee. Man, I've done the intro so many times it has become second nature. But this is the real-time illustration for Mr. Super Saiyan God Vegeta, and I'm going to be coloring him in. Oh yeah. So what I'm gonna do, make another layer. So actually, before I do that, I'm not actually happy with the color, so I'm actually going to brighten up his hair a little bit to this. And with the face, I'm going to highlight his eye. Oh, God, get out of the way. Get out the way. God. And I'm going to highlight or lighten up his colors a little bit. Not too shabby. I feel like I can even go a little bit more lighter. I'm gonna start with the hair again, and maybe go a little bit more of like, yeah, I think that's it. That's the color I want. I'm actually gonna keep his eyebrows a little on the darker side. Screw it. I know what. I'm gonna go with the same color. Yeah, that's not bad. That's good. I'm gonna stick with that. Because it's supposed to be very vibrant and energy and all that jazz, all that Super Saiyan energy is supposed to make it all bright and shit. So I'm gonna make sure to do that. Ooh, I hit the mic. Okay, let's see. So first thing I'm also gonna do, his armor and everything seems like it's a little too dark as well, so I'm gonna highlight those. And that's what's really nice about coloring in layers like this. You can make changes, and you don't have to be worried about having to recolor in everything or shit. And look at that, I just change it in almost an instant, like that. There you go, all done, and it already looks better already. So what I'm going to start with is coloring in his suit and kind of shading it in. So I'm going to make a new layer, and of course I'm going to label it. If I can spell, that would be a good thing. So I'm gonna call it suit shadow. There we go. And I'm gonna color pick the suit, pick a slightly more blue and a slightly darker color. I'm not sure if I like that. Maybe desaturate it a little bit. Let's see how that looks. Not too bad. I feel like it's still a little too off. No. Yeah, it's I'm very picky. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm gonna go with that. And basically the sun is gonna, what's it called? Not the sun, but the light source is gonna be from his hand. And just to keep it easy, I'm gonna keep like maybe the sun also coming from the right hand side. For most artists, the sun's always coming from the right hand side, I feel like. At least right-handed artists probably. So I'm gonna make it so that the shadow is kind of laying on the left side, like that. Okay. Color in the kneecap area. The crotchal region is also pretty dark. Now, even though the sun is coming from the left side, his body is kind of covering it, so even this side's a little dark. But you can't forget this side, like that. There we go. And this is just such an easy way to color, like it really is. And the thing is, the stitching, like this area, it is somewhat separated, so you can put like a little shadow underneath that. And what I like to do is make a shadow that kind of goes along the lines of the stitching. Kind of gives it more of a three-dimensional effect, don't you think? And underneath it as well, like that. Okay, let's try to get it right there. There we go. And of course the crease of the pants is also gonna have some shade. Yeah, there we go. And this little fold as well. Okay, and like that. And of course underneath the armor is gonna have a little bit of shade as well. And his body is actually hiding this part of his arm, so I'm actually gonna put most of this in shadow. Most of this part in shadow, like this. There we go. And even part of the actual bicep. Oh man, do you even lift, bro? You even lift, Vegeta? Yeah, in 200 times gravity. Oh man, like I swear, I'm pretty sure anyone that goes to the gym, like Vegeta or Dragon Ball Z in general, is probably like their like a big influence. I know it is for me. I actually have a Dragon Ball Z like Goku shirt as like a cutoff shirt that I wear to the gym all the time, and I do get a little bit of attention for it. I actually just like it because it's comfortable and it makes me feel like I'm channeling my inner Saiyan powers. But some people come up to me and say, "Hey, like your shirt," and it makes me feel kind of good. It makes me feel popular. But I'm not the one that started that. There's a lot of people that wear that shit. So I know there's other people out there who also feel like they can channel their inner Saiyan by wearing that little T-shirt. So I'm not the weird one. All right, I'm not the only one that does that shit. And sometimes you gotta access your inner childhood a little bit. There you go. Now with the shading, to be honest, I could be doing some of this shit wrong. I'm kind of just going by feel. Like I said in like the other ones, I'm not classically trained, so there's probably things that I'm doing kind of wrong, in which case I'm sorry. But yeah, I told you in the beginning, I'm not perfect. I'm just doing what I think is right. And wrong tool. And I'm just doing my best, and I'm still learning every single day, trying to improve myself every single day. And that's the most important part, that you're always pushing yourself to try to be better. And I think just from I'm on the wrong layer. Shit. Wait. Shit. Okay, one more time. Okay, good. Whew. That was a close one. I almost fucked that up. So yeah, make sure to pay attention. I have an excuse. I'm talking to you guys at the same time, so it's hard for me to pay attention to everything. God damn, I'm only one person. But sometimes things might slip through the cracks, but you always just gotta pick yourself up. There you go. Okay, it's not turning out too bad. Now, for some reason, my coloring style, I like to leave like little marks like this, like this one, because I don't know, it's just like a style thing. Because I don't think in real life shadows are always just perfectly hard or something, and I'm not doing something like the color pencil where it's like it blends in like that. I'm not doing that, so. Because it's kind of, I don't like the hard edge, I like to put like little thin lines here and there, just to make it feel as if the shadow is kind of making a gradient to at least some extent. And I'm going to put I know the light's coming from this side, but I'm going to put a small, very, very light shadow on the right side. Very light, just casting little shadows here and there, because there's gonna be a very bright light coming from his hand, right? Okay, not too bad. And because of the light coming from his hand, a lot of this is going to be kind of high contrast. Oh, and actually the bicep, because the light's coming from that end, is also going to be, at least this end is also going to be in shadow, like that. And I'm going to shave this down. There we go. Oop. And then there we go. All right. Whoa, Vegeta, calm your ass down. What you doing? I think Vegeta's drunk, just spinning all over the place. That's the thing. Okay. So, if for all you hardcore Dragon Ball Z fans that have watched most of the series, there was this one episode that I'm wondering if anyone else did this. There was one episode. I feel like there's a lot of people that did this actually, but in this episode, they were Gohan was teaching Videl how to fly, and he was teaching them the technique on how to do it, and like it was just like drawing energy from your belly and trying to push it out. And I'm not gonna lie, as a kid, I fucking sat there hoping that I can do the same thing, just believing that I could. And of course it didn't happen. I'm not able to fly. But you know, it's just, some part of me is just it'd be so awesome if humans could fly in that kind of manner, right? Like, one, because I hate going to the airport. TSA is just the most stupidest thing I've ever had to deal with. It's just a waste of everyone's time, and it doesn't actually help anybody. So it just makes you feel safer. Like, really, I got to take out my laptop because my laptop's gonna be a bomb. No, I'm gonna put a bomb in my shoes. No. And okay, sorry to burst your guys' bubble if you guys think the TSA actually does anything, but think of it this way: everyone knows what the protocol is for TSA, right? Like a potential quote unquote terrorist would have to just go to the go to the airport once, and you could figure out what exactly it is that they check for, and you could get around it. Not to make you guys scared of ever going to the airport again, but all I'm saying is that the TSA is bullshit, and they need to put some reform into it, or actually do things that do protect us from these kind of attacks, because the TSA is they're not protecting us from shit. They're just taking up space and taking our time, in my personal opinion. Okay, and like I said, I'm adding these little streaks here and there because I want to. It's that simple. I started doing this, I can't remember when. It was when I did an illustration for a contest as me as a zombie. I think it was for a contest for Draw with Jazza, and I didn't win. But in that illustration, I just started doing it, and I really like the look of it. And ever since then, I kind of put these little lines here and there. Ooh, whoa. I put these little lines here and there just to give it a little bit of a differentiation. It's not just hard lines everywhere. There we go. It kind of has a nice effect. I hope you guys like this. See? Not too bad, right? Not too bad. I'm gonna put a little bit more shade on that. A little chunk of shade. I'm actually gonna put a little more here as well. You know, my problem with making shadows is I'm a little apprehensive about it. And what I mean is, there's other pieces that I've seen where the shadow is like that, and it's very, I guess, high contrast, or low level lighting, where it's like one point of light and they make it all crazy. And I don't know why, but I feel like I'm sometimes scared to do that because I feel like it's too much. And it's not until I look at the piece afterwards I'm like, I should have done that. So I'm trying my best not to make that mistake again, but I'm trying not to make it too much to the point where it's actually kind of wrong or it doesn't make sense. Okay. But yeah, I gotta admit though, I really do like how this piece is coming out. It's probably one of the better ones I've done in a little bit. Actually, just in general, not to toot my own horn or anything like that, but personally, I feel like some of the pieces I have been making, up until this point, have been some of the best I have made in a very long time. And I've said it before, it's okay to be proud of your own work. It's not as good to be cocky. But you should be proud of the things that you've created that are some of the better ones that you've done. Okay. And I'm gonna say it. I feel like some of the work that I've done is some of my favorites, my personal favorites from my own collection, from my own work. And I hope that I make better ones in the future. But for now, at this point, the illustrations that I have made so far, especially with the JK Films crew, are some of the my most favorite ones that I have done, and I really like the way they've all kind of turned out. Could they have been better? Probably. But with the time that I was given, with the circumstances that I had, it was definitely some of the best I have ever done before. And it still sounds pretentious as shit. Even though I say to love your own work and all that stuff. It still does. It can't help but sound a little pretentious, or like a little cocky. But you know, it's where do you draw the line between cocky and confidence, right? All right. Either way, still like it. Still like my work. Still like it. Always room to improve though, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make sure that I improve as much as I possibly can in order to bring you guys better fucking content. And like I said, I don't like using the word content as well. Content. It just puts everything into one little bubble. Instead, I'd rather say videos or draw with me's. I don't know if that's the actual terminology for, or was it called Let's Draws? Maybe. But I like making art videos. I like making videos in general. I actually really do love video editing, just because it's almost like animation. Like the end product of like all your editing is like super rewarding. You're like, oh yeah, look what I made, you know. And I've been in like video editing since like middle school or high school, like very young. My cousin Jeffrey first kind of introduced me to it because he used to make a lot of Counter-Strike like compilation videos, and he was actually very good, and I wish he would have continued doing it. He might still do it for all I know, but I think he still has the skill set. But what I'm trying to say was like that's how I got my start, and he showed me like I watched him pretty much how to use Sony Vegas, and it's still a program that I'm using today. And you know, I just fell in love with it. I just love making videos, and you know, I'm glad that I have like an avenue to kind of make videos for you guys and make videos for people that actually want to see them. A little lesser known fact, I actually had multiple YouTube accounts. This is my third YouTube account. So my first YouTube account was actually, no, take that back. I only had 2 YouTube accounts, but the first YouTube account had 2 types of videos on there. The first type of videos was anime music videos. And if you don't know what that is, it's just a compilation of anime clips, and you sync it up to to some music. And I actually had one that got like 1,000 views, or something like that. It might be more for all I know. I haven't opened up that channel in a very long time. But I was pretty proud of that stuff, and you know, it was a lot of fun doing those. And of course, it didn't go anywhere. You can't really. But you know, it did help. I was gonna say you can't really make that much money off of it, but for all I know, maybe you can. But it definitely did help develop me as a video editor, and so much to the point I actually do it for my day job every once in a while. So glad I did that. And the other, actually I did have 3. I did have 3 YouTube accounts. Okay, so Deesee Draws is my third YouTube account. The second account was for my gloving videos. I actually mentioned this in some of my earlier videos on this channel, and what those gloving videos are is basically me putting on what's it called, LED gloves, LED glove lights, and you know, doing light shows. And that was part of my life. that was actually quite a large chunk of my life, like a few years, like 3 years I believe I was doing that. And I feel like I got pretty good. I was actually a sponsored glover for this company called Orbit Light Show. I'm still friends with some of the guys there, and you know, it was a really cool point in my life. I made a lot of friends through that I guess creative outlet, and it was fun, you know. But I kind of lost interest in it. I don't know what it was. I feel like I didn't see like the future in it, or like I didn't see how it could like, you know, it's a lot of investment of time and money, and I didn't see the returns for all that, like, time that I invested into it. But the funny thing is, it's become such a habit of doing that even nowadays, like, if I hear music, my fingers will kind of start moving. So that, I guess that's my form of dance, doing little finger shows or just moving my hands in a very artistic way. I'm not sure if I want to give that YouTube account out. I don't know if I want you guys to see that. But yeah, so that was part of my life. So yeah, I've had 3 YouTube channels, this being my 3rd one, and probably the most successful one that I've had, and most likely because it's the one I'm most passionate about. Even with the gloving one, I was pretty passionate about that too. I put a lot of my own time and money into the channel, into the social media. I kind of was the almost like the unofficial marketing guy for like social media wise for my crew, my gloving crew. So if you watch the Robo speed paintings, that's what that's all about. It's those guys are my friends, the guys that I was rolling with for all my gloving, like, events and everything, and they're still my friends today. Don't worry, they're still my really good friends today. I love those guys to death, but you know, I just don't glove anymore. I got other things to do, other things that I want to do. And though I still will have somewhat of a special place in my heart for that kind of world, it's I ain't about that life no more. Yeah, and you know, it gets expensive. This like typically you would just go to events and like shows, like and kind of provide a service to people there. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, that looks scary. What's going on here? So it looks like I might have fucked up somewhere. And it's probably this layer. That's what I thought. So I accidentally... There we go. There you go. Okay. Sorry, I lost my train of thought, but yeah, so I'm not a glover anymore. I actually even competed there. I think I got like top 16 in one of the events down in Southern California. But you know, after that, you know, I don't know, I just kind of lost the passion, lost the love for it. But man, you know, we all go through kind of phases in our life. But I'm actually pretty notorious for like keeping up with most of the things that I've been passionate about. Like out of most of my friends, like I grow out of things probably the slowest. Like for example, I still have my skateboard. Like I still love skateboarding, but I suck now. My old knees can't handle it anymore. I still use it to get around every once in a while, though I haven't used it very often. I mean, more recently. But I don't know. We all go through kind of phases in our life. But yeah, gloving was a very big one for a very long time. Yeah. So this video is actually getting to be pretty fucking long. I'm just probably gonna finish up this face. I'm actually gonna go a little. See what I mean? Like I'm very apprehensive when it comes to shading the face. Even though there should be a pretty good amount of shade because just because of where the light source is coming from. So I'm gonna put like almost half of his face in complete shadow. Just leave a little section because that's typically where the cheekbone lies. And then put a little bit of shade here and just pretty much put all this in shadow. Like that. Something like that. There you go. Do something like this. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, yeah, so not too bad. I might have to leave it at that just so that this video doesn't get too long. I'm gonna finish up some of the shading on like the armor and everything off camera, and then I'm gonna put some finishing touches on the illustration, and you're gonna be able to join me for that. And this one's actually pretty much coming to a close very soon, and I'm so glad you guys are here with me for the entire journey. This has been a really fun piece that I get to do with you guys. And you know, thanks so much for watching. Remember to rate this video with a big old thumbs up if you liked it. And remember to also comment down below on what you thought of the video, what you want to see next, and anything else that you want to talk to me about. Any questions you might have. Oh, how do I draw this? How do I do this? How is your day? So remember to subscribe as well, and that you guys are all some sexy ass bitches, and that I love you guys. Bye. Mwah. Oh, I need a massage. Oh, my neck.
Hey there everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. Remember to leave a comment down below on who or what you want me to draw next, as I'm always taking suggestions. Also, if you liked the video, don't forget to leave me a big old thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe, because I do post videos every week on Sunday. Now, if you want to see last week's video, luckily for you, it's right next to me.
That a lot of times we forget to work on ourselves. And I think it's important that we all take some time every day to really work on ourselves, make ourselves the best version of ourselves as possible. I don't know if any of you guys follow Elliot Hulse, but he's also on the YouTubes. He is a strong man from Florida, and he always says that, you know, every day you should try to become the best version of yourself.